Hello, it is a very significant day today because we are going to be uncovering and talking about the book Mastering the Rockefeller Habits. And let's talk about, is it really this much worth reading? Is it a book that you would want to be reading if you are starting a business or if you want to grow a business? So we will be covering all that, but as well as what makes it important and significant. I'll share you a few stories how it either positively or negatively impacted my performance on a daily basis. But as well as we will together have a look at what chapters are inside. That is my bookmark. So let's go. That is a book called Mastering the Rockefeller Habits by Harnish. Now, this author himself, he calls himself the growth guru. He's a columnist, writer for Fortune.com website and magazine. He brings to business owners the fundamentals that produce real wealth. The same habits that he studied the oil industry magnate John David Rockefeller, through those disciplined approach brought this company to their massive wealth. So let's go a little bit about this book. So to start with, it's a crazy story. So look, I used to work in an insurance company, in one of the largest insurance companies a few years ago. And so I picked up this book last month. I read a few months ago. So I picked up this book again last month, and I'm reading the first chapter, and I'm surprised how I'm seeing the principles being used into this book has been applied to this £1 billion company in the United Kingdom that I worked in. It is so little things that look insignificant from outside, but which are really significant from their inside, such as create an environment where during a lunch break people may feel a little bit more relaxed, friendly. So we had a pool table in the kitchen, we had fresh fruit, bananas, apples, oranges, you name it, juice, fruits, water, tea, coffee. Again, pool table, we had ping pong tables, we had beautiful views. The building is in a central area of the city, plus it's the largest building in the entire area, and from the kitchen you can have a view to the seafront, you can have a view to the city center, but as well as being the tallest building in the area, it has lots of balconies in every single floor. So it was up to you if you want to go out to a balcony, and there was a balcony for smoking. So it was these little things that made people stick, made people like it. And when we would come back to the floor, their performance would be much more better, their focus would be right in place, and plus, well, the results growing, the income is increasing in the company, plus it makes good for everyone, especially for managers. Another thing which, well, I picked up this book, I said again recently. So I pick up this book, I open one of the chapters. So let's look as well together what is inside. I open one of the chapters in this book, and I am noticing this little thing. It says, okay, how to manage your time successfully so that you're not wandering all day around. So you're not allowing the daily tasks to control your day life, but you yourself can control your day life. So there has been a tip, page something around page 40, 50. It was around page 40, 50. It was the art of massive results. And now there is a little story there. For you who knows Charles Schwab, he has been working with Andrew Carnegie in the steel magnate. So the story goes that there has been a person who is, well, advisor. You call it advisor, you call it a performance coach, who came to this Charles Schwab and said, look, I can make your people a lot more productive on a daily basis so that we will perform better, plus your company will become more profitable. But Charles Schwab's answer was, look, I respect your service, but we know everything ourselves already. But if you can make my people be just a little bit more productive than we currently are, I will pay you whatever you ask me for. So the story goes this way. So this analyst, strategist said to Charles Schwab, look, take a sheet of paper and write down the top 5 most important things into your day life. In your business life, what are the 5 categories that are the most important? And rank it from 1 to 5. Now, work on a top 1 to start with, but plus every 15 minutes, take the sheet of paper from your pocket and have a look. And if you're still not finished with the task 1, keep on going. But check it every 15 minutes. Once you finish working on a number 1 most important thing, start with the second most important thing. And well, is that even if you are not finished, if you're still on a step 3, when your day business is going, it doesn't really matter, because you put your all attention and focus on the things which are top 1 important, 2 and 3, that makes your company grow faster. So anyway, the story goes this way. Charles Schwab's people became almost twice as much as more productive, and Charles Schwab, it's been 60-70 years ago, paid $25,000 for this analyst, strategist, and advisor. $25,000 back then for 1 hour of the time. So this would be equal today upwards of $500,000. So you can only imagine what type of things can be. So I implemented this to my life, and it helps me to stay focused, indeed. So before 2 years ago, we didn't run a business, but today we are running a business, and it's really important for us to focus on what matters the most. And it's so easy to stop doing things that we know we should be doing, but you just look for ways to get distracted. And but now I have this list of top 5 priorities for a day. I know what is number 1 thing, what is my number 2 thing, and once I finish with 1 and 2, I'll go at step number 3, and then 4 and 5. Only then, if I go through a day. Yesterday I finished on top 2, and so I left 3 and 4, 5. I would have done those, but I kept it aside. But anyway, guys, let's have a look what is inside. What will you find in the book Mastering the Rockefeller Habits by Werner Harnisch? Anyway, this book is bestseller, which sold 100,000 books. So, well, you start off the book, and what you typically have in the first pages is a lot of testimonials by very, very reputable companies, 500 Inc. 500 list companies. There is tons of testimonials from anyone. Brian Hansel, Executive Vice President of Ball, Harrison Hansel, Burlington. These are some of the biggest companies from Inc. 500 list. Look how many testimonials it is. So you get the chance, once you get this book, once you purchase this book, you get the chance to go through all the testimonials. These are CEO at ATM Group. This is some of the best people in the world who wrote testimonials after reading this book. And look, I tell you one thing, if this book can even help you just 10%, think about it, what would that do for your income? So we're going through what I want to do with you. I would like to share with you what are the contents of the book, so that you can actually make up your mind if you want to purchase this book. And here are the contents. I hope you can see it. Let me just double check. Yeah, you can see it. You can see it very well. These are the content of the book, and each of them stands for each of them has a very strong potential to make your performance and life much more better. I'll tell you one thing. We had one little improvement just a few days ago, which translates into much more free time for us. It increases our performance by so much more. Plus, it is a really great testimonial for something. And look at this book. I mean, if you are like me, this should be. If you are in a business right now where you are doing okay, and if you want to reach that next level, this is a book for you to read, because when it comes to growth, it will help you. If you are a growth company, if you are right now at 1 numbers and you want to double, triple, quadruple your performance, this would be a book to read. And if you're just starting in a business, this book may just be a little bit too soon, too early. If you're just starting in business and your sales under £100,000 or under £50,000, I would say maybe this book could be still a little bit too early. You have to wait a little bit more. But as soon as you reach this place where you are in a comfort, that you are running a business 100% of your time, this would be a book that you would like to read. You would want your people, your partners to read, because it would help you to make decisions which would be encouraging. Well, that would make your organization and company and environment focused where it's supposed to be, where it should be focused, so it helps you to grow, and you can grow without making mistakes that many people do. At the end of the day, guys, pick up this book, Vern's Harnish, Mastering the Rockefeller Habits. And look, I'll tell you what, I'll see you on another side, guys. Bye, David. Need it.